Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to my second YouTube video. And I'm excited to share with you guys sort of like what happened with my first client, which happened not too long ago, a couple months ago. What sort of went wrong, what sort of went right. But for the purpose of this video, I want to talk to you guys mainly about what happened that I could have prevented before getting paid and before getting started. So that's really key point here. So number one, going into this, closing or the end final meeting before I get paid, I had that mindset of getting paid, because I was going in with like a sales kind of mindset, and I was focused on getting new customers versus keeping the old ones, which is a very important distinction to make because there are basically two aspects and two parts of this sort of like business running, you know, cycle, or you can call it like aspects of it. There's the getting new customers and clients, prospects and leads, and then the other back end of it, which I'm going to refer to a lot, is keeping the old ones and servicing them. So those are two clear distinctions here. So number one mistake that I made going in was I was focusing on getting new clients that I did not even focus too much on actually servicing them properly. What I mean by that is with this particular client, I sold him Facebook ads and website development. And so I had no idea going in how difficult and how long it would take for me to actually communicate these kind of standards to my contractor that I hired as a freelancer, right? And just how much back and forth there was regarding website development. And one other thing on a side note is that when I got paid, I looking back, I got paid too little. I got underpaid, and so I was not able to reinvest that money and more because I was unpaid for that service and for that delivery. And that was my fault because I had not done my research well, into it. Like I said again, I was focused on the sales part of it. I wanted to find new customers as fast and clients as fast as possible. That I kind of just sort of disregarded that aspect of it. So guys, if you are finding your very first client today, tomorrow, as soon as possible, I want you to remember that before going into these meetings with these business owners, that you have a clear expectation of you being able to deliver on those promises that you make in these meetings, right? Because essentially what happens is when you go into the closing meeting, you get paid, and that's actually the beginning of the journey, right? Like so you get paid front end, but you are expected to deliver on the back end. And so number one mistake that I made was not having that mindset of being able to see what's on the front end, but also at the back end. Second mistake that I made was when I went in, I was trying to, I took the client through the LTV process, which is basically breaking down how much my clients' customers cost in the long run, right? So in the business, in the cycle, in the life of a business, you have clients and you have customers, and depending on the frequency and how much they, you know, basically bring in money for you, you can actually find the LTV or the lifetime value of that client's, business. And so I'll talk to you guys later about that in the upcoming videos. But anyways, that is an important aspect of closing your client, and you're closing basically like the deal. And so I took him through this process, and for this particular case, I took him through the process and I said, look, it's going to be $1,000 for you. It's going to cost $1,000 for website development and Facebook ads with $200 of Facebook ad spend. And I took him down, it's going to be a 2x ROI. You're going to get $2,000. So would you be able to, or would you be willing to spend $1,000 to get $2,000 in return? If that is, if that would happen, right? And so what kind of took me sort of taken aback from this experience was he said no in the beginning. And so, coming from sort of like the limited mindset, instead of an abundance mindset, I kind of just went, okay, I need to get paid somehow, so I'm just going to bring down the cost, right? Instead of really thinking about the repercussions of that in the back end. So this relates from the front and the back, right? So going in, I just took that $500, said, look, okay, I'll just deliver those two services, and which leads me to the next point. Before getting paid, guys, I want you to set the expectations clear right before you start anything. Why is this important? Because for at least for me in my experience, it's better for you to walk away from these sort of deals that it's just you don't think you can deliver on, but also at the same time it's not the right opportunity. And going further, it's for me at least, this was not going in with the mindset of abundance. I was going in with a limited mindset, and so I was trying to bring down the cost, which also, I think, in my opinion, kind of brings down the value of the person delivering the services. Anyways, that was on a side note. But anyways, guys, if you are going in, to really close this meeting and you have the expectation of charging that much, be confident and really stick to that number, because if they're not going to take it, you can walk away, and it's as easy as that. There are so many different clients and there's so many different people that are willing to spend more money on you. So guys, if you are rejected, don't worry. Just know that you can keep going, and I know how you feel, but please take this advice and please take this lesson from my first client. And so number 3, last one. So how I told you guys how I was in the front and I was thinking about getting new customers and new clients, so I didn't really think about what was going on the back end. What happened was, when I hired these contractors to do the job of copywriting and running these Facebook ads, I didn't set the expectation for them to actually get my approval before publishing the ads. And so what happened was, without me knowing, my client found out through his Facebook account and his notification that one of the ads that were running had a major typo. And so he was really, frustrated and mad. And he called me up and he said, why are you doing this? Why, it's just, it was really bad. And so for me, seeing that sort of unexpectedness come out, it really took me aback. And so I had to really think about it. What went wrong? What could I have done to prevent that? And the one thing that I could really point out is this: when you are going out and finding different people to outsource the work, which you should, because you want your business to be scalable, which we'll go into detail in the upcoming videos. But when you are going out to find these contractors, make sure you find someone who's actually passionate and who actually knows what they're doing. For me, the biggest standard for me was the money part, right? Because I was short on money, I was short on budget. And so going out after these, contractors who were just willing to, pretty much be paid, I think it was $50, $60, $70 for a month, that's pretty cheap, but considerably, for the cost and the effects of it, the repercussions of it, I don't think it was, and so make sure when you go out and find these different contractors, find someone who, not just because they're cheap, but also because they're really good, and also don't only think that, cheap is good, right? For me, I've kind of grown up with this mindset where, if it's cheap, it's then it's cheap, it's good, but really, you get what you pay for. So guys, if you are going in with this mindset, I want to encourage you guys to keep looking, guys. There's people who are really good at what they do and they know what they're doing. And so your job as a front end, a sales guy, is to really sort of set the expectations on the back end first before you can get into the front end. What I mean by that is, when you go into these meetings, know what you're saying and know that you're able to actually deliver on those results based on the expectations you've set, with your team. And so, yeah, guys, this is three main takeaways, three main takeaways that you can learn from and apply, right? At the end of the day, if you guys, after you're watching this video, you have to take this advice and you have to apply it into your life and into your, business mindset and into your mentality. And so, guys, I hope you got a lot of value from this. And so, if you did, click the like button, smash that subscribe button, and yeah, I'll see you guys next time.